In St. Anne's Basilica in the Old City of Jerusalem, religious, faithful, and pilgrims celebrated the birth of the Virgin Mary in the site where Christian tradition places the event. In the enchanting setting of the biblical valley of Gehenna, as part of the season of culture, a house of prayer was created for the three main religions. In Jerusalem, in the Old City, a soccer field was inaugurated, called Peace and Friendship. The soccer field will be open to children of all religions. Production of pizza, cheese, and typical Palestinian products. Presentation of the Ahmad Project, Acqua Mercati Allevatori Donne, or Water Markets Farmers Women, made by both Italians and locals. The third edition of the Music Therapy Intensive Workshop for therapists and educators from Bethlehem, Jericho, and Jerusalem, organized by the Pro Terra Santa Association. Blessed art thou, O Virgin Mary, and worthy of all praise, because the Son of Justice, Christ our God, was born of thee. It is a song of the Gospel acclamation in the Mass dedicated to the birth of the Virgin Mary, celebrated on September 8th at the St. Anne's Basilica in Jerusalem. At the beginning of the Mass, the priest descended into the crypt to incense the cave dedicated to the event. St. Anne's Basilica was filled with the faithful of the Holy Land, with local religious and pilgrims. The celebrant emphasized that Mary's birth brings us closer to the Incarnation. God, in His goodness, in His mercy, wanted to prepare the Incarnation, the coming of His Son through Mary. Therefore, the birth of Mary is the birth of the world's peace, because she carried Jesus Christ, who is the Prince of Peace. Among those attending the celebration was the Consul General of France, due to the historical relations of that country with the Holy Land. In the 16th century, in fact, an agreement gave France the role of protecting Catholic communities of French origin.
This is last testimony of this history, because this is the place where we still use this protection, and for us it is a very important celebration. In a way, showing that how the French Republic is involved into the faith of the Christians of the Middle East.
St. Anne's Basilica is located next to the Pool of Bethesda, where Jesus healed the paralytic. The place was already revered as the site of the birth of Mary from the early Christian centuries. According to tradition, here was an ancient temple in which Joachim was a priest. He and his wife Anna were unable to have children until a divine intervention took place. As explained by this expert in Jewish and Christian culture of the early centuries, the Christian apocryphal Gospels narrate these details. We have the Proto-Evangelium of James, which tells of the birth of Mary. Mary's parents, Joachim and Anna, were infertile and witnessed the appearance of the angel in the desert, where the monastery of Cosiba is located. The angel said to Joachim, "Go home, join your wife, and you will have a daughter." So began the story of Mary, who brought the Son of Justice into the world, and who today continues to illuminate her children.
I'm so happy that we were able to attend this Mass, my husband and I and friends from the Philippines. And we bring prayers for our country and our friends who are not able to come. So it's truly a blessing for us.
I never thought that there was really such a place. The place where Jesus walked, where Mama Mary was born, and it just strengthens our faith.
Coming together and praying together is possible in this land. The imposing walls of the Holy City, the biblical valley of Gehenna, are a beautiful frame for the creation, for a week, of a house of prayer. After a period in which religious and leaders of Jewish, Christian, and Muslim communities gathered together, it was decided to create a physical space, but above all, a spiritual space for anyone, regardless of their faith, who wants to share the love for Jerusalem and whose hearts yearn for the desire to meet in a place of prayer. It is a dream come true. We started a friendship between us Christians, then with some Jews in a synagogue called Kehilot Zion, or Zion Communities. Later with Muslim women. The last friend who joined us is a Sufi, a mystic teacher of Islam. This friendship led to the need of doing something real and tangible, in addition to getting to know each other. We decided to meet more often. In fact, we met once a week for a few months, in order to create a week dedicated to prayer, like a festival. Meetings, discussions, sharing, and intense moments of prayer to learn from each other, to understand each other, know each other, and love each other, all united in one God.
I was raised in a very religious Orthodox Jewish house in the city, and we were raised to listen to the voices of our prophet, saying that one day would come and we would all be standing in the streets and hearing people of all faiths praying together in one prayer house. So this is something that has been in all of our traditions, and the day has come.
الوضع شوي شديد على الكل وإحنا بنقول كمجموعة.
We gathered together, religious, sheikh, and rabbis, planning to change ourselves and those around us. So we came here to know each other and to pray together. We discovered that what we have in common is much more than the issues on which we do not agree. We feel the need to return to our humanity, to love one another. We need reconciliation regardless of our political differences. We need peace of mind and to review ourselves because religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, have a very important role, and our role as religious is to unite people and not to provoke disputes among ourselves.
ومش بس السياسيين لهم دور، إحنا لنا دور كرجال دين إنه شوي نوحد الناس مش نفرق بيناتهم.
Music, songs, reflections, and moments of silence mark this evening of prayer led by Christians. Everyone in their own language, as if to symbolize the will of the prophets, "My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations."
Take ancient prayers of each one of the tradition, the Christian, ancient, wonderful tradition, the Muslim one, the Jewish one. We bring them all together and we teach each other and listen to each other and testify that all these prayers look for one world that would be a better one, that God is in each one of those faiths, and that we can talk with each other, and those words would be words of kindness.
The message we want to give is that in a city like Jerusalem, the holy city par excellence, it is possible to do something together besides political agreements or dialogue. We are able to pray together, prayer in the heart of the city.
In the Armenian Quarter in the Old City, a soccer match marked a unique moment for children and adolescents who live in the Holy City, a recreational green space called Peace and Friendship, name that expresses the purpose of the project, was in fact inaugurated. A field that will be open to all children of Jerusalem, whether Christian, Jewish, or Muslim, and where the only opponents will be intolerance and lack of respect. The project was implemented by Caritas Jerusalem in collaboration with the Armenian Orthodox Patriarchate and the Italian agency Assist for Peace. In a city full of diverse differences, the idea is to convey the principles of peaceful coexistence to the youth. We believe that if children can play together, in the future they will be able to live and work together, and also make peace in the Holy Land. They are the future of this holy city, and they have the right, the desire, and need to live in peace. The representatives of the different Christian churches participated in the inauguration of the soccer field, the only existing green area in the Old City. The space is located inside a school, property of the Armenian Orthodox people who carry the scars of violence suffered throughout their history. For centuries, the Armenians have lived through many wars and genocide, experiences from which they learned the value and importance of peace. During the presentation, the young Armenians sounded a desire for peace in their language. The initiative was sponsored by the international top athletes whose names were fixed at the entrance of the field. For the first time in the long history of Jerusalem, it was possible to have an oratory, a recreational space for children of all races and religions. I involved my sporting friends in this project, each of whom donated with enthusiasm what they wanted, thus helping to make this dream come true. Peace is one of the most important things in Jerusalem because there are constant conflicts here, and the three different religions living here believe that this is the holiest city in the world. This makes the situation even worse because everyone thinks that the city belongs to their own religion, and as Christians, we want peace.
Peace is one of the most important things.
The daily challenge for children and adolescents who live in Jerusalem is to dribble historical conflicts to overcome differences. The proposal of this area of peace and friendship will be a kickoff to form citizens with a new mentality.
As Christians, we want peace.
Tasty pizza and Italian and Palestinian cheeses in the heart of the West Bank. Shopping among booths exhibiting handmade pottery and typical Palestinian products, while in the background a group plays traditional music. On Sunday, September 4th, in the hills of Sebastia, a village of 3,000 inhabitants just 80 kilometers north of Jerusalem, the Ahmad Project, Acqua Mercati Allevatore Donne, or Water Markets Farmers Women, presented a festival of tasting and art.
Lo scopo, principale del progetto è quello di
The main purpose of the project is to support and improve the lives and situation of rural communities, in particular small farmers scattered around various districts of the West Bank between Jericho, Nablus, Tabos, Jenin and Jerusalem, including Bedouin communities.
Jenin e East Jerusalem, fra cui anche comunità beduine.
The project is around the livestock sector, which is marginalized sector in Palestine, need a lot of support. Ahmadi project is through a PLDC activities run many activity for livestock herders, supporting them, including also a support for enhancing produce of Italian cheese inside Palestine, mozzarella, pecorino and other type of Italian cheese.
We are here to present the results of the work of the women involved. Our aim in this project is to support women from an economic and production point of view. We provide sheep for each group as well as the instruments necessary to produce yogurt or cheese and to also improve the quality of their products. These support activities consist of helping them improve access to water, which is of course especially important for breeding. So we restored their water cisterns and improved the distribution of the tanks and so on. Then we restructured the land for grazing in order to also facilitate the animals' access to pastures. We also provided training to groups of women.
Abbiamo fatto formazione a gruppi di donne.
In 2 years, Ahmad has already reached farmers from 70 different communities, as well as 150 women, in addition to providing 26 water cisterns and 300 tanks. The project is funded through Italian cooperation and the involvement of 2 Italian NGOs, Oxfam Italy and the GVC Civil Volunteer Group, in addition to 2 local associations, the Palestinian Livestock Development Center and the Palestinian Hydrology Group. The Pro-Terra Sancta Association and the Mosaic Center of Jericho have also provided assistance by making their premises available.
Siamo nella Mosaic Guest House di Sebastia.
We are in a Mosaic guest house in Sebastia, which is one of the 3 guest houses that exist in the village. We began serving tourists in Sebastia in 2005. The idea was how to save and preserve the extraordinary heritage of this village while still benefiting the local population.
We would like to do more because this is beneficial to the people living outside Palestine's major cities. Currently, we need to work on the outskirts, in the marginalized parts of Palestine.
Can music help us grow and enable us to grow emotions? Can music help us become more intelligent? That is what my job consists of. The music therapist job, 12 boys from Jericho, Bethlehem, and Jerusalem attended the third edition of the 10-day intensive course, You Will Find Me in Sound, that was organized by the Terra in collaboration with the SPI Institute, thanks to the contribution of the Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore in Milan, Catholic University of the Sacred Heart of Milan, and the CEI Italian Bishop Conference.
I attended this course after hearing about it on social networks and by some of my colleagues who attended last year. They said the course is very useful to learn how to deal with your body, with the environment, and with students, as well as with patients. This course is very important for me because before trying to solve these students' problems and in order to be able to understand the young, I am the one who needs to grow first.
I decided to take it again because it was very, very interesting, very deep, and on a personal level, it helped me grow in a positive way to be able to be a good therapist, to heal myself, to grow and to help other people.
Therapists and educators, students and professionals. The course participants come from different backgrounds, age, and work environments. The target audience is just boys and girls who work with us regularly, and above all, the goal is to improve our training and its quality. The local Palestinian level does not offer a lot of specific training on these areas. Therefore, I believe these are great educational opportunities for many young people. Making music therapy is not only yay, yay, let us play music, let us play 2 songs and that's it, let us dance. It is also getting to know who is sitting by me, understanding exactly what he or she needs, and even having some specific ideas on how to help him to evolve and develop. The course alternates between practical tools, dances, and lectures, grasping the power of a universal language like that of music.
The music therapy, it's for everybody. Everybody can take benefit from it. And it can go to any organization, any hospital, any with children who is normal or who is disabled. So I can say that the music therapy, it enters to a place that nobody can enter. The music with itself, as a music therapist, it can help many disabled children or elderly that many doctors cannot help because it reaches the soul, it reaches the emotions, and it reaches the mind.
We do not sing to become singers, Professor Benatti said to the participants, but to learn how to listen to each other and to work together.
We are learning, but we want to learn more and more, to be able to understand how to relate with patients, how to understand them, how to help them take care not only of their own bodies, but also of their soul.
mission of the Christian Media Center is to bring the message of the Holy Land, the land of the fifth gospel, to the world. Broadcasts, reports, news, documentaries, the latest happenings in the church and of the daily life of Christians in the Holy Land. You can help us in this mission, raising awareness and spreading the message of the Holy Land. Help us. Visit our website,